Okay guys, welcome back. Here we go again, doing another test of the adaptive cruise control, auto steer and the lane keep assist. This morning I tried to do a recording as well, and I found out that near the end of my drive from home to work, the battery was empty of the dash cam. So with this new recording, I'm trying to repeat the same drive, but then in the different direction, of course. We're currently driving on the internal road to the highway, and as soon as we are on the highway, I will switch on the adaptive cruise control and see how the lane keep assist display works and indicates when you have to move from the right to the left lane to overtake someone in front of you. Found out that this display is quite handy to debug the earlier failures of the system I found. And let's see if the hammering of people in front of me works a bit better this time, because that was quite an annoyance last time I tried it. So set the speed to the maximum allowed speed plus VAT. We have a speed governed road over here, 100 kilometers an hour, and timing portal is coming up. So the blue sign, the big blue sign on the right side of the road says it all, trajectcontrole. And on this portal there are the cameras that scan our license plate, and we are in the speed check zone now. So you see that the car in front of me is seen by the radar. It's traveling roughly at the same speed as me, and at some, if I have to guess, 60 meters in front of me. We're slowly gaining on him. I've the adaptive cruise control set to the minimum distance, and now we are at this desired distance. I'm moving to the right lane. Again, there's a car in front of me. Moving to the left lane. When I said right lane before, I meant left lane. And now you see that the car is not seeing cars in front of us. It is seeing the lines. There was a little stone on my windshield. Thank you. Looks like this Peugeot will move to my lane. I cannot floor it to block him or something like that. But to prevent him from being annoyed, I will move to the other left lane. The car will probably slow down a bit because it sees this car in front. This Nissan, I don't know which one. It's not a very common car. It did speed a bit when I tried to cross its lane. It's slowing down a bit. Let's see. A Nissan Almera Dino. I think that's quite a quite a special car for the roads in the Netherlands. There's not a lot of them. So going back to the system. No cars in front. I can see some cars in front, but the system cannot. So roughly 200 meters in front of us, there's a white car, but the system does not see it. And it's also not annoyed by the but the car's on the lane to the right. Here we are exiting the speed governed zone, so I can do some overtaking, see if I can find some interesting spot to see how the system reacts to other cars, or should I just continue? Ah, there's a car coming to the left lane. Does it see? Roughly 100 meters in front of me. Yeah, it sees it. Now let's creep up to that car. Here's the next speed portal. So we are now again in the speed governed zone. Slowly creeping up to what looks like a BMW 5 Series to me. Cloudy day with some thunderstorms today. Lucky to be driving without any rain, because there were some heavy showers earlier. Ah, sorry, I have to keep my hands on the wheel. I was actually keeping my hand on the wheel, but yeah, only a couple of fingers on the bottom of the steering wheel, and that's not enough. In front of us is now at, let me guess, roughly 70 meters. Ah, here we have the rain. Let's set the wipers to auto, so we have some visibility on the dash cam. The car in front of me is staying on the left lane. In Norway they call this a left lane hugger. And we are almost at the following distance. So guys, what should I do? Should I overtake him on the right lane? Should I wait? Let's wait and see till we get a bit closer. It's quite a new car. It's the new 3 Series maybe, I don't know. We are out of the speeding cover zone, so I can speed up a little bit to see what it is. Ah, it's a 7 Series 745e, so it's a 7 Series plug-in hybrid. Nice car. And show him how to go. Oh, well, from the back it looks like a nice car, but this is the car with the incredible big grille in front. Sorry guys, I'm not wearing the point of view camera right now, but yeah, you have to believe me, it's extremely ugly on the front side. Being overtaken by a Z4 think that's driving a bit too fast, but yeah, I think it's still okay within the limits of not getting a speeding fine. It picked up the car in front of me, black Audi. Now the BMW will go in front of us. It's faster than me, so the car should not slow down. It did slow down a little bit because it was too close, and now it restored the previous speed. The speed differences are very tiny, but on a road like this where everybody is driving exactly the same speed on all the lanes, that's extremely annoying from my point of view. Are creeping a bit on the Audi in front, and we're slowly getting to the exit of the speed governed zone. So then all of a sudden people will start to overtake each other again normally. Wow, this little red Peugeot to my right is quite filled up with stuff. Must be holiday traffic coming back from vacation. I hope there's no kids on the back seat because it will be quite cramped. There's the 7 Series again. And a matte black Tesla is overtaking me. He also knows that the speed governed zone is gone. I don't know if you can see it, but on the left in the distance you see a windmill, and I'm a member of the corporation that put up this windmill. So some of the green energy coming from this windmill is also driving this car forward. So the Mercedes B-Class is roughly 90 meters in front of me. We're slowly creeping up to him. I see that the speed limits, the dynamic speed limits on the highway are turned on, so there must be some car on the road or something like that. The car starts to slow down. Let's move one lane. So the actual speed limit is now 90 kilometers an hour, but yeah, I'm a bit flexible with that. Just look in front and judge for your own. The speed limit is lifted again, and there's a white fan creeping up to me, up to the bumper, trying to push me to the side. Well, let's go to the side then. So he can speed his way past me. Here you have to really use the gas pedal, because otherwise you will really annoy the car behind you, because the car starts to slow down quite dramatically. And I think you could see that in the power indicator that I stepped on the electron pedal for a bit. So here the road is going to 4 lanes, so let's use some of the right lanes and not stick on the left lanes. The BMW, it's a new Audi in front. Ah, shit. Mercedes moved to the right lane as well. quite new Audi sedan. They did not use any numbers on it, so you have to guess. Must be a new A6 or something like that. Or even an A7, because it's looks like a chauffeur driving it. Interesting curve ahead with a speed limit of 70 kilometers an hour. I hope the rest of the car starts to slow down, so we don't have to set a new speed, and the automatic cruise control will track the cars in front of me while in the curve. Because the radar beam should lose the car, but I think the camera then takes over. At least I hope. Let's wait and see. It simply follows the Opel Corsa in front. In the air we see the emergency helicopter. The trauma helicopter we call it. I don't know if you can catch that on camera. Fly to the hospital on the left side of the road. Yeah. Car in front of me is tracked pretty good. I did not have to do any corrections. But I will move to the lane left and see if we can pick up some more speed, because the Opel Corsa is quite old and slow. Still holiday times in the Netherlands, so the traffic is not too busy, but yeah. One of the tricks I normally do over here is I stick on the right lane, because the right lane here was an emergency lane. They changed it to an extra lane, and hardly anyone uses it. So if you stick to this lane, normally you can outspeed traffic a little bit. And in traffic, it's allowed to overtake on the right side. Car is merging. The Kia slows down a bit and now drives up to the lorry in front of me. Does not see the lorry yet. It's quite big, so I don't know why it doesn't see it. Now it sees it. There's a car with the emergency stop over here. And now we start to slow down for the lorry in front. And I will simply stick behind the lorry. Let's have a sneak peek on how we're doing in efficiency. 16.7. The car sees this exit lane and wants to steer to the right. So you have to keep paying attention over here. The lorry will now disappear, then the car will start to speed up, which is not a good idea, because cars are merging over here. It copes with it. Okay. Yeah. No corrections needed. We are going into a speed coverage zone on the A10 road, the ring road of Amsterdam, and on the western side there's a speed coverage zone with a speed limit of 80 kilometers an hour. So I have to adjust cruise control for that. The car picks up all the lines okay. Auto steer still on. No funny things over here. Cars in front of me are slowing down and braking, so the car is braking as well. Quite smoothly, I should say. Not annoyance, no annoyance for the cars behind me. I think that BMW is also using automatic cruise control at my back. Because it's keeping a good distance. Kona electric on the left lane, the white car. Black car is Audi A3 e-tron. Quite common in the Netherlands, not so common in the rest of Europe, I think. The Kona is also exiting the highway where I'm exiting. Uses the same drivetrain as the Kia e-Niro, so it's the little sister car. The ugly sister, I should say, because I don't really like it. And now we are speeding again. It does see the car in front of me. This is always a bit tricky. And maybe you hear it, the FES turned on. Big lorry to my left, looks quite dangerous. It will need some room to make the turn, so I will speed past it a little bit. The car is still thinking it could do 85. I will switch that off. And okay, stop, and there goes the camera. Shit. Another blooper in my video. Let's see if we can put it back roughly where it was and secure it. Well, that's quite dangerous to put cameras back on the dash while driving, but okay, I survived. Okay, that was the drive from work to home. You've seen it in the other directions twice. And this is what it looks like when you drive from Utrecht to Amsterdam on the highways. Okay, well, thanks for watching. If you have been, maybe I should mention that you can subscribe if you want to. If you've been watching this whole video all the time, you really like long videos, so then you can subscribe, because I will make a couple of them in the future when I start to use the car to drive to the country. And maybe eventually I will reach the limit for YouTube to do live streaming, but that's quite a long stretch, to be honest. You need 1,000 subscribers for that, and I don't know if I will ever reach that. Okay, bye bye.